Today, we're going to walk you through the process of receiving feedback graciously. And there are 5 key aspects to this. The first is to listen. We always start by listening. We want to understand where the other person is coming from. The next thing we're going to do is use restatements to show the other person that we've heard and understood them. Next, we're going to take responsibility for whatever our role in the situation was. We're going to work with the other person to figure out a path forward so we don't make the same mistake again. And then we're going to solicit positive feedback from the other person as well. So we'll start out by talking about beginning with listening and trying to understand the other person. The first step in receiving feedback is listening to understand the other person. And specifically, we're listening to understand 4 things. We want to understand what is the context, what's going on in the situation kind of more broadly. What is our behavior? And what we're really looking to understand is how do they perceive our behavior? This isn't about, in some objective sense, what was our behavior. We're not arguing with them about how I perceive my behavior versus how they perceive my behavior. It's really about understanding their perspective on our behavior. And that may not align with your own perspective on your own behavior, but that's okay. That's not what we're trying to understand. We're just trying to understand their perspective on that. And then we're trying to understand their perspective on the impact of our behavior. So what did they see as the consequence of whatever our behavior was? And again, we're just trying to understand their perspective on it. And then lastly, what is their emotional reaction to that behavior? So how did they feel about what we did and what the consequence of that was? We'll begin by listening to understand the context of the behavior. Let's go back to the situation with Anna.
Neither of my teammates are here. I can't do anything without them. There's no reason for me to be here. You just wasted my entire Saturday.
All right, so here's an example of how I used a restatement to get more information about the context in this situation. I'm really sorry, Anna. It sounds like I screwed up your entire Saturday.
You did. I missed my daughter's softball game this morning just to be at this stupid retreat. Plus, as you know, I have a 45-minute commute each way. You just wasted an hour and a half of my day, plus bridge toll, just for no reason.
Now we've got some context about why Anna is so upset. Not only did she have a long commute, she missed her daughter's softball game. It might be worthwhile to explore the context a little more here with some open-ended questions. I'm really sorry, Anna. Was it an important game?
Yeah. It's her first game as starting pitcher. We spent all summer together practicing her pitch, and now I missed her first game, for no reason. This is totally unacceptable.
We've listened, we've understood the context, the situation, the broader situation in which this has taken place. The next thing we want to listen to understand is how the other person perceived our behavior. And again, this is just about their perception of our behavior. We're not trying to establish objectively what our behavior was. We just want to know how our behavior appeared to the other person.